Hello and welcome to Tutorial Tuesdays. Today I'm going to show you how to decorate your champagne glass or your wine glass. What you need is the glass, glue. This is the glue I use. It's one of my favorites. If you've seen my other tutorial videos, you see I use the E6000 as well. But when I'm gluing rhinestones on, I love to use this glue because it's a little more industrial, I think, and it works better for me. You'll need a tool, some kind of tool to put your rhinestones onto the glass, and of course you need decorations. I am using purple because I'm making this for my best friend for her birthday. So yeah, let's get started. What I like to do is I'll open my glue and I'll get it up there just a little bit, and I take it around the area. So because I want to put the rhinestones in different places, the little flat back pearls. I haven't used this glue in a while, so it's sticky. Okay, so you want to make sure you have enough glue to go around. I'm just going to put these kind of in random places right now. And then I'm going to go ahead. The rhinestones are a little bit more tricky to me because trying to get the rhinestones on like the stem of the glass can be a little tricky. But like I said, that's why I use this glue for rhinestones, because it dries just a little bit faster for me than the E6000 glue. So I like to press my decorations down a little bit with the flat backs to make sure that it's getting enough of the glue. And of course I'm using the glue that dries clear. Now what you want to remember, whether you're making this for yourself or you're making this for someone else, that you want to hand wash these. Don't put these in a dishwasher. I made that mistake with one of mine, and my decorations came off. So make sure, and also make sure if you're using this glue, because it is so strong, you want to have the window open, or you want to be in a well ventilated area so that you're not inhaling the glue and making yourself pass out. So as you can see, I'm just placing these flat back pearls, whatever you want to call them, just in random places, trying to make it look pretty. The last year I made her a custom jewelry box, very ladylike but still cute. Yeah, I use these glasses also when I'm juicing. I like to put some of my juice in these glasses. I don't know why, it's just something I do. Makes me feel good. And on mine I actually wrote out mommy juice, so that can go for my non-alcoholic juice or my alcoholic juice. So it's just a little pretty fun thing, and my husband likes to tease me about it, but I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish putting the rest of these flat back pearls on here, and then we'll get started with, I'm going to start with the bottom and then I'm going to work my way up. It's just easier for me to do that because I like to go with the flow of the decoration, so it depends on how I decorate the bottom will determine how I decorate the stem. So now that I have the pearls on, and I just kind of went around, and it's not really even, but it's really cute. So I just went around the bottom here with those, and I'll just fill in the empty spaces with rhinestones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom here with the rhinestones. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of how I do this. So I'm just going to start off with putting a little bit around the bottom. And the glue is a little bit sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that sticky part. Okay. So I'm just putting the glue around the bottom where I'm going to have the rhinestone. I'm putting just enough. I don't want to put too much because, like I said, it dries really quick. And I want to get some of these stones on here before it dries too fast. And I just like to push it down. And I'm using flat back rhinestones, just like I use the flat back pearls. And I ordered mine from Amazon. I can give you the link to the person that I ordered mine from, which is pretty inexpensive. I'll put the link in the description to the person I ordered from on Amazon. You can get these on eBay, Etsy. I've gotten a lot of these flatbacks from different places, but I just remember where I got these purple ones from. I'm just going to keep going around the bottom rim of the glass with the rhinestones. Now you can see how it's starting to come together. It's looking really cute now. And you could change it up. You can mix colors. You can use different types of flat backs to decorate your glass. Anything you want. You can use a Sharpie to write all over it. Just anything that makes it look pretty for you. And I like to let mine sit and dry overnight, just so I know that it's secure. Okay, so now we have the bottom layer of the glass done. And, well, the first row of the glass is done. I'm gonna sit here for a minute, let this dry just for a little bit, and I'm gonna start around. I'm thinking, should I use a different color? This is a lot of lavender. I'm wondering if I should throw my dark rhinestones into the mix somewhere, but we'll see. So like I said, I'm going to let this dry for just a little bit, and then I'm going to start with either another row of lavender, or I'm going to use a different color. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. While it dries, I'll think about it. So while the bottom layer is drying, I decided to go around and kind of let's see if you can see what's going on here, but I'm just filling some of the spaces here, and some of them have enough room for two and then some for one. So I'm going to try to do it in a pattern like 2 1 2 1. So that's what I'm doing with the darker, smaller rhinestones up here. So I'm just going to show you how I did that with the glue, and I tried my best just to do like a dot of glue so you don't see too much of it when I put the rhinestone on there. But let's see if it works. And we're just going to go ahead with this, and I picked up the little rhinestone with that, and I'm just going to stick it, and then I'm going to use, oh, and I'm getting glue on my hand from the bottom row. That's why I said let's try to let it dry a little bit, because you get sticky. This is a sticky job, which is why I have one glove on one hand, because I don't want so many fingerprints on the glass. I mean, she's probably going to wash it anyway once she gets it. I'm going to ship it, because she loves getting stuff in the mail. Who doesn't, right? So that one has a little bit of sticky glue on it, but I'm using this thing here that it's meant for paint, but I'm using it for my rhinestones. this thing here, which works out perfectly when you're doing stuff like this. And I paid 99 cents for it, and I think I either got it at Joann's or Walmart. I can't really remember where I got it from, but very inexpensive. And it works for paint too, so you can use it for this, you can use it for paint, you can clean it, you can use it when you're decorating a cake or cookies, whatever makes you happy. You find uses for all kinds of things that are meant for one thing, and then you wind up using it for something else. What do you think? I think she'll like it. It's very purple, and purple is her color. So if you have any questions, of course, as always, please put your questions in the comments. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. So Nika Womack, you can just find me, ask me questions, post your little projects. I would love to see them. You can post on my Facebook or my Twitter page. I would love to see your projects. If you can't post on my Facebook, let me know, because I was having trouble doing something one day and it said my privacy settings were set to something, so I'm not sure if you can do that, but you should be able to. So what do you think? I think it's looking pretty jazzy now. Huh? I know, it's like super clear and you may not really be able to see it all, but the bottom is starting to dry just fine. So I'm going to try to go over again with another layer. So I'm probably just going to go around in a circle and then put some like dark purple here on the stem. I decided, so we're going to leave the bottom lavender, and then I'm just, once I get to the stem, I'll show you how to put them on there, because I know it looks complicated, but it's really not. So I'm going to finish the bottom, and once I finish the bottom, I'll show you how to do the stem. Okay, so if you can see, I've already started with the second layer, and I'm just going around in the circle of the base of the glass, and I'm going to keep doing that, like I said, in the purple. And then once I get up here, I'm going to start getting into the dark purple, and I'm just going to go around. But I'm going to finish this. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of show you that I got the second layer started. So I'll probably get 2 more layers out of the lavender before I start in the stem. So as you can see, I have the bottom done. And I got 2 more rows like I thought I would. And of course, while it's drying, I'm going to try my best to go. I'm going to start here at the bottom of the stem and just go around. So I just want to show you just a little bit how we're going to go do that. So we're going to put the glue just like we did before, and sometimes it gets sticky, so you may have to push up. So I want to kind of make it flow a little bit. So I'm going to start as low as I can, and it's not too close, but close enough to the lavender layer so it can go ahead and flow really well. And I'm using smaller, I think these are 3mm, and the lavender one is 4mm rhinestones. Now try not to go any smaller than 3mm. 3mm is pretty small as it is. Any smaller, I just would have no use for them in the projects that I'm doing. So as you can see, we're just kind of placing them around, and then we're just going to go around the circle of the stem the same way. And I'm using the flat backs because it's easier to put on curved surfaces, because they're flat in the back. So if you have a curved surface, as this is more a cylinder type deal, they fit perfectly. So when you run out of glue, just go ahead and put more glue around. I try to make it as even and as close as possible. It doesn't always work out like that, but I try my best. This can get a little sticky, so make sure you have a scrap piece of fabric or something you can just pull the little sticky part off and put the glue around. And as you can see, I just do a little bit at a time because the glue does dry pretty quickly. So I don't want it to dry and then have to put another layer of glue on top of glue. It'd just be too thick and it'll start looking crazy. So there we go. It's starting to look nice and I think she'll love it. And these are great to give as gifts. You know, even if you have someone that doesn't, who's not a real big wine drinker or alcohol drinker, you know, they could still put like their juice or their water or just, you know, make it look really cute. It doesn't, you know, I don't just use my wine glasses for wine. Like I said, I juice a lot and I use my wine glasses a lot of the time for my healthy juice with nothing in it but, you know, fruits and vegetables juiced, and it looks pretty while I'm drinking it. So that's all that matters. You could think I'm a big kid if you want to, but who cares? I'm 37. I can do what I want as long as I'm in the privacy of my own home and I'm not walking around all rhinestoned up like a teenager. I'm fine, right? Right. So I'm almost done with the first layer of the dark purple, and then I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit before I go around, because when you're going up the stem, your knuckles and fingers tend to touch the layer below. So kind of want to let it dry just enough. Like I said, I let mine dry overnight so that I know it's solid before I go washing it and shipping it. And as you can see, it's getting really pretty, and I'm just going to go around with the glue just like I showed you all the way up to probably right here. See how it looks and see if I want to go ahead and add any more layers up to here, which I probably won't because I don't want to overwhelm it. So we're going to see how the stem looks, and if I feel like it's not enough at that time, then I'll go ahead and add it on up to there. Okay, so look, I have the stem part done, and it's going very well together with the bottom parts. Now, because I put these little decorations around here, I'm still going to continue up on this part of the glass and just let it go up, because I think just having that empty space there would not be right. So I'm just going to continue up with the dark colored purple rhinestones all the way until about, you know, give me a little bit of space here, kind of like I have this spaced out. So I'll probably have, if I had to guess, maybe 3 more rows up, and then we'll be done. It's so pretty. It's still very elegant. You can still make use of this, and like I said, you always want to hand wash this just because of the rhinestones, and don't put it in the dishwasher, because what I learned is the stones tend to come off quicker. Now they're not going to stay on here forever, honestly. If you're going to be using this quite often, they're not going to stay on, but if you're doing it yourself, that's the beauty, because you can replace the stones that come off. I try my best when I'm washing glass and not so much get the bottom part dirty, but you know, as I know, sometimes stuff drips over. So you know, you just figure out your best way to clean this glass. But I'm hoping my best friend doesn't watch this video before I actually get it to her, because it will ruin the surprise. But I think this is so pretty, and I think she will love it. So I'm gonna finish this and then show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Okay, as you can see, I'm down to the last layer, and I was right. I said I needed either 3 or 4 rows up, and I was right. I got 3 so far, So I'm just going to put one more around there, and it's going to look really pretty, and it's all going to flow very well. And the main part of the cup is still not decorated, but it still looks really beautiful. And I hand placed all of these. You can do the same thing without having to spend $45, $100, or however much you may pay for one of these in the store. I actually got the glass. Well, I actually had this glass already, and again, I already had the rhinestones. So you know, it's a beautiful gift when you don't have a lot of money and you want to give your friend or your family member something and you just don't know what to get them. This is really nice, a really nice piece to make. You can also give these away at Christmas, you know, give to someone for housewarming. I'm actually using my friend's favorite color, which is purple, and I'm using 2 different colors of purple, and I think it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and put the last layer on, and then I'm going to let it dry overnight. Like I said, I'm going to put it in some bubble wrap, and then I'm going to mail it to her, and she's really going to love it when she gets it. Down here to the last few rhinestones, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep this running while I finish putting on the last few rhinestones. If you have any questions, again, just feel free to put your questions in the comment box. If you're going to make one of these, why don't you just go ahead and post your pictures on Facebook, because I would love to see them on Facebook or Twitter. And as always, if you have any requests of something that you would like to see me make, go ahead and put that in the comments as well, or on Facebook, Twitter. Again, you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. My blog is frugaldiymom.com. On Tumblr, I'm just Nika Womack. Everywhere else, I'm Nika Womack. If you can't find me on Twitter, I'm mama_07, and that's MAMA_07. On Twitter, on Facebook, and Instagram, I'm simply Nika Womack. This glass looks really, really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. Once it dries, it sits for 24 hours. I'm going to wash it again, even though I washed it before I started, because you want to work with a clean surface when you're doing this. If I forget to put the link to where I got my rhinestones from, please remind me to do that. And as always, see you next Tutorial Tuesday.